Luke, at the press conference, Conor McGregor was talking about flow and creativity and being free. I think of most of the fighters on this card. I think of you when I think of all those accolades. What does it mean to be free and creative inside of the cage?
That comes with relaxation, confidence, just flowing with what you're given. I think I do that very well. I've had to deal with that, my whole career, obviously, in a camp of killers, bigger men that try to dominate me and put me in bad positions. I've learned to deal with adversity and keep my composure and stay relaxed so I can think my way through the situation and be technical. I'm big on body mechanics and movement and flow, and I believe I do that better than anybody.
Some of the best fighters in the world talk about embracing bad positions and embracing being uncomfortable. That seems to be the mantra at AKA.
I wouldn't say it's the mantra. I think you have guys like DC and Cormier. Everyone's different. Everyone fights differently, and they definitely like to be in control. I'm a guy that I can flow and I can work with anything. I've proven that I've hit those spots in fights and I stay relaxed. I can work my way through the situation. So I think everyone fights differently, but you have to, depending on your style and who you are, you have to be able to work the situations, and I believe I do, and I believe that's where this fight goes array for Chris Weidman. He'll come forward. He's never felt somebody that's going to defend his wrestling, reverse position, and put him in bad positions on the ground. He's used to being able to dominate guys with his wrestling, intimidate them on the feet, take them down and dominate them on the ground. If he gets his takedown, he's going to find himself in a worse position on the ground than he is on the feet. I'm going to be operating on a different wavelength on the ground. He's never felt anything like me. My attacks, my techniques, my understanding of movement, my athletic ability, my mobility, my strength. I'm going to be sharper on the feet. I'm going to be sharper on the ground. He's going to pick his poison. He's going to be at a deficit wherever the fight goes.
You talk about one of the reasons why you love mixed martial arts is because it shows you what type of person you are. What have you learned about yourself through this entire journey?
It takes so much, and we all put in a different body of work. Who works harder, who pushes himself harder, and that all comes out. In a hard-fought fight, if it is 5-round war, where you get those quick bursts. I've found out a lot about myself in those 2 5-round fights I've had, and how much work it takes to, fight through those positions, and where all that work in the gym and the suffering, it all pays off. There's something, a feeling of accomplishment, and you figure out who you are in those fights. And I know I'm capable of that. I've put on the work. I prepared for war. I plan to execute precisely and get this victory earlier.
You've wrestled at a young age, did jiu-jitsu at a young age. When did you know that this is what you wanted to do, this was your life's mission, and that UFC gold is something you needed to attain?
I've known this since I entered the sport. Before I entered the sport, I knew that I've always believed I could be the best at whatever I've done, whatever I got myself into. The moment I entered the sport, the first day I sparred, I knew that this is what I wanted to do, and I don't live to be second best. So this is it. This is what it's all about. This is what I'm here for.
It's not just a physical game. Everybody looks at your skill set, believes that you're one of the most complete fighters in the game, but also it's a mental game. Many people say it's more mental than anything else. What have you done to try to continue to learn, develop your brain?
I listen, and I see, and I study. I'm a fan of the sport, and I think that helps me. I listen to my body, I listen to my mind, and you have to listen and you have to balance things out. Is this amount of work going to be good for me? Do I need to rest? Do I need time away from the cage? Everybody operates differently, and you don't want to burn yourself out. So I figured I just listen and I be myself, and I think my time away from the cage helps me. It reinvigorates me. It comes when I come back to the gym. I come with more focus. I can absorb more information. I come back with a new understanding. So I just be myself.
Thanks so much for the time. Best of luck to you.